Robin, would you say that your party is the closest thing to an English version of the SNP, and are you the English version of Alex Salmond?
Well, certainly we do look very fondly on the idea of being the equivalent of the SNP. The difference, I suppose, is that English nationalism is not going to be the same as Scottish nationalism or Welsh nationalism or Irish nationalism, so we are individual to England. I wouldn't be presumptuous enough to say that I was the equivalent of Alex Salmond.
Until recently your party believed in a federal UK, and now you think it should be dissolved. What changed?
Well, I think we've all gradually been coming to the view that there's not going to be an effective federal UK that looks after England's interests. I mean, just as an example, Joe, today we've got dear old Nick Clegg trying to trot out yet another version of regionalisation for England to try and break England up, and he's got no mandate for that. It's all part of this sort of rushed proposal to try and persuade people in Scotland not to vote yes in a week's time.
Do you think that you will be the recipient, your party will be the recipient of votes from disillusioned English voters who feel not enough is being done, whichever way the Scots vote, or will those votes go to UKIP?
I think they will come to us. I think at the moment UKIP is getting a certain proportion of that vote, but that's because people haven't really sort of fully and clearly thought through the fact that UKIP is a British nationalist party and not an English nationalist party.
I mean, you said BNP supporters are joining us. They will help us become an electorally credible party. What did you mean by that? What
we were saying really is that we welcome genuine converts to English nationalism wherever they've come from, and our party has members who come to us from the left and from the right.
And is that because you don't?
We're simply a new party, Joe, and obviously when you're a new party you're looking to get people to come over as converts to your cause.
But is that because you just don't appeal to the mainstream?
I think we do. I mean, in the last elections, most of our candidates, in fact I think virtually all our candidates, one or two possible exceptions, were either previous Conservatives or previous Labour people. It's just that the BBC, I think, tend to focus on that particular issue rather than on the fact that most of our people didn't come from there.
Right. Do you think there's going to be a moment then for your party on September the 19th, the day after the Scottish referendum?
I think there will be, with either result. I mean, we're now faced with two possible options. On the one hand, yes, in which case clearly the whole question of England becomes that much more an urgent question that has to be addressed. And I don't know if you've seen, but John Redwood has only just come out for an English Parliament. You know, this is all part of this movement to the thought that England has to be properly looked after in the future. If it's no, well, no now no longer means no movement. What it means is this great surge of Devo Max. Well, that's hugely impacts on the constitutional structure, not just for Scotland, but the whole UK. And England, again, needs to be properly represented. And the British political establishment at the moment is simply not doing that job.
Robin Tilbrook, thank you.
Thank you.